what this is, and this will be like where the cut is for YouTube, right? So in case all you guys in Twitch are like, what are you doing? Why are you repeating yourself? That's why. It's because usually I want a clean cut for YouTube. So I didn't want to upload a million RLCS VOD reviews in a row, and although I think the one that I uploaded today, which is yesterday, if you're a YouTube viewer, it's had pretty good feedback so far. Definitely let me know anything I can improve on that. I want the RLCS VOD reviews with a co-host to be a bit more like a talk show where we're just chatting and we're just talking about the game. But I then remembered that I've wanted to do this for a long time, like reviewing old 1v1 videos with you guys and talking about what is in them, what impressed us back then, what has changed, and just it's really interesting. I've gone back and watched this video periodically throughout my Rocket League casting career, and I just remind myself about it, every 3 months. I'm like, oh, I need to go watch that video again just to see how much Rocket League has improved. And that's going to be a main thing as well. We're going to see how much has the Rocket League improved in 1v1 since then, because this video, like I've said a few times on my stream before, it blew my mind. I couldn't believe the stuff that these guys were able to do. Gambit, in particular, ball carrying, we'll see in the video. I had never seen that before. Couldn't fathom how it was possible. And Kronovi's aerial ability was just out of this world. I had no idea how he was doing this. So anyone who doesn't know what this video is, it's from Kronovi's YouTube channel called Insane 1v1 versus Gambit. It's got leaked 1,000 views. That's pretty good. Nobody go watch it or else this will stop being perfect. And yeah, one of the first Rocket League videos I ever saw. So we're just going to go back and watch it and see what there is to see. And I'm not going to have the audio on. Or shall I put the audio on? Shall we hear Kronovi like freaking out here? I think we'll just not bother because he might be trash talking Gambit. Actually, I don't think he was. I think he had high praise for Gambit. So first thing to note, the Paladin versus the Gizmo. Back when Rocket League people didn't really know that cars were all different. And then Kronovi just stuck in ball cam. Gambit bumps him. The Paladin. You want audio on? Okay, let's put audio on. Let's hear what Kronovi's got to say here. If I ever do this with my videos, I'm not putting audio on. Just saying. But I'll do it for this. Okay. Let's hear.
Oh, 1v1.
6,000 viewers.
Insane. This guy's good.
So Kronovi's probably queuing up all queues. He gets a 1v1 against Gambit, and they're both start veterans. They're both like two of the best start players from North America. Kronovi's terrified of 50-50s apparently. He's just going to reverse away from this one. I think Gambit just bumped him.
If I hadn't jumped, it would have been fine.
Alright, Kronovi thinks if he hadn't jumped, it would have been fine. I don't know. I think he was probably still screwed.
That early goal is going to really help him out, though.
Yeah. Okay, guys, don't freak out if you think that I've messed up the audio here. It's actually Kronovi's audio that's way out of sync. And I could probably fix that right now, but let's just leave it. The kickoffs are they're so funny. Everybody's just got the most random kickoffs ever where they're just flipping like all over the place. And strategy for the most part was just, how it is in low-level games today, just get the ball away from my goal. That was all people would really do. And then boost starving was super, super basic. Players were pretty much just looking after their own boost, not really thinking about their opponents. That's pretty smart by Gambit, though, faking a challenge. Faked Kronovi into thinking he's getting a 50-50.
Couple mistakes by me earlier are really going to mess this game up.
You've got to know that even today, some of the things in these games still to this day hold their own. Particular some ground shots in other early 1v1 matches and some low volleys and things like that. To this day, they're just about as good as you would expect to see in a high level game. But yeah, Kronovi, even like doing things like that when we used to jump up in the air and just aerial it from low height, I couldn't believe that. I was just like,
barely got it on me.
What? This guy's nuts. And yeah, when I saw Gambit doing this sort of thing, I was actually just like falling off my chair. I couldn't believe the control. Look at that. Look at this control. This is mind-blowing for back in the day. You look at what he really does here is he takes the ball from here to the edge of the box and flicks it. You'd expect everybody to be able to do this now, but when we saw this back then, everybody's just like, it's glued to his car. What the? All he does is pop it. But that, to me, like, I think this moment alone, just with Gambit popping the ball like this, I was just like, wait, what? I just had to watch it like 20 times. I was like, has he got spikes before Rumble was even a thing? I honestly couldn't believe it. It was insane. And yeah, this is views. That's Kronovi's views. That's people in his chat or how many comments he's had. He used to get more views than he does now, just because Rocket League was new.
And he's good with ball control. Oh, that was
Yeah,
so
Kronovi was
lucky.
just,
He was, like, upside
even
down.
back then, he was one of the first players who was really good at landing on his wheels. I used to always talk about this
There we go.
in my older, you know, matches with Kronovi. He just used to recover so quickly that sometimes he'd catch people off guard
This is
and
probably the first good match I've had all day,
surprise
so
people by being able to challenge
nothing
multiple
forgives me
times
if
in
I
a row.
lose.
Look at that, the good old
Wasn't
Gibbs
quite ready
kickoff.
for the
Who needs to
experience,
who needs to dodge twice? Like back then, we're just like, I guess that's how you do kickoffs. No big deal. Do love the Paladin though. The Paladin's looking good. It's funnily enough, one of the worst hitboxes in the game was the Paladin.
The double
Look at
mind
that
game.
aerial goal by Kronovi. Double touch. Woo!
Double mind game got him.
The double mind game, right. So I guess what Kronovi means here is he faked a challenge there. That's one mind game. And Gambit like popped it thinking it was going to be a challenge. Then Kronovi moves in. Then Kronovi faked another challenge. Gambit flipped into the ball again. So that's what he means by double mind game. He's not wrong.
Double mind game got him.
I don't know if he means triple mind game, because he could also say that this is a mind game. Like, really? If you're Kronovi here, just aim any, like, if he aims at the goal, it's in. But he's like, you know what? Gambit's on the wall. Let's just slow it down and watch Gambit go past the ball a third time.
The
Just like
double mind
nutty
game got him.
mechanics right here.
I didn't go.
Look at that. Double touch.
double mind game
Absolutely
got him.
insane. How does he do it? But I was
didn't go for it the
impressed.
first time, I didn't go
when,
for the second time.
when I saw this, I could barely drive into the ball and kick off. So when he did that, I was just like,
We'll make the comeback happen.
whoa, what is this? I bet there's some people who haven't actually seen this video. It's got a lot of views, so I would imagine that most of my viewership has seen this video several times, because it is just one of those videos that you can just always go back and watch and laugh at because of how low quality the gameplay is compared to what these guys have now been able to achieve and what other players in Rocket League have been able to achieve. But I'm sure there's one or two of you guys out there who have never seen this video. Look at Gambit though.
No, he tried to get me to jump.
Look
I
at the
didn't
look at
jump
the
far
control. I was just like, how is he doing this? I remember I was just like, how is he doing this? He's not only carrying the ball, he's like all over it. He's on either side.
Nope,
And then
he tried to-
Kronovi
he
actually
tried to get me to
manages to
jump,
not
I didn't
get
jump too
faked there,
far,
so that's
though.
pretty good. But the dribble is actually pretty good. We're looking at when was this video? I've just got to check real quick. This is like July 2016. Is that really when it is? Yeah, July 2016. That is quite a long time ago. Quite a long time ago. How
Nope,
many
he tried
months
to-
ago
he
is
tried
that?
to get
That's
me to
like,
jump. I didn't jump too far though.
I shouldn't have started thinking about this. All right, Kronovi decided that he didn't want to score
I really messed that
on
one
the
up.
counter attack, I guess. Wait, is it doing?
Didn't jump.
Oh, for God's sake, that's a 5. I knew it should be longer away. I can't read. Give me a break.
Jump too far though.
Look at this. Kronovi's like, I don't want to score open nets. Let's just slow it down
I
as
really
much
messed
as
that one
possible.
up.
That is honestly something that Kronovi had. That was a weakness in his game. Watching back at Kronovi's
yeah.
old games, he
Yeah,
was
that was
not good at
perfect.
half volleys at all compared to some other people like this. Half volley from Gambit's pretty nice. Pretty lit. We need to actually watch that again.
Any tips for someone
like
kitten
him.
to strike it rich
Yeah.
Not
without
bad.
any real work
Like,
or risk?
honestly, that shot.
I have no particular skills, but a couple 100 mil would be enough. I am not picky.
Perfect.
Please help.
Anyone looking tips to striking a rich without any real work or risk, you have no particular skills, but a couple 100 mil would be enough. Probably just, I don't know. Just put your bum out there and see who's interested.
That might be in.
This volley
Yeah,
is
that's
like
perfect.
the main difference
get me to
between. Look
jump,
at
get me to
let's
jump
compare the
farther.
half volley strategy back in the day. So we got Kronovi, very very short run up. Look at where his car is when he starts this run up. He's almost in line with the ball. He's side on as well, and he's side flipped into it. Compared to
Really messed that one up.
Gambit, who's got almost perfect technique. Even to this day, he looks from Kronovi's perspective like he's beside the ball, but he isn't. He's actually behind the ball. It's an optical illusion. That's what makes half volleys so dangerous. He's actually a good bit behind it, and he can he can swerve into it much harder here.
Probably my 5th 2-month anniversary. I always forget to reuse
Ah,
my
no worries,
Prime
man.
sub.
That might be in.
Mwah.
Look at that. That's why I said earlier on that some of the half volleys and are very very early Rocket
Really
League games
good
from more than
advice.
2 years ago stand
Thanks,
up to
Dad.
stand up to like modern day half volleys. Like that one. That was amazing. Perfect. Are you serious, Savage? Must you do this? We're trying to listen to Kronovi getting salty at getting scored on in a kickoff.
Oh,
You went for
it
boost,
went
and you
to his
shouldn't.
side. I thought it went straight up.
Did you? Let's see. To be fair, I mean, when we look at what Kronovi's doing here, he's doing a fast kickoff where he hits the ball pretty much straight down the middle, so you're always gonna get dunked on here.
Oh, it went to his side.
It did kind of look like it went straight up. I could see that, but
Yeah, too many mistakes
regardless,
this
going
game
for the
with
boost is a
kickoff
misplay. Kronovi knows that now. Kickoffs were just so random back then, but they were also a bit more. I'd say they were a bit less brutal because when players got better at hitting the ball really, really hard on kickoff, they, what do you call it? Like kickoffs would just fly in straight off the sidewall. You wouldn't even get a second look at it. Wait, what happened to Gambit here? He literally just disappeared. He backflipped. Oh, are you seriously, Savage?
You big-nosed Buffon. Big-nosed buffoon. Big-nosed.
I like how the first time he said Buffon because he didn't spell it correctly.
Buffoon.
This would have been Kronovi's first ever ranked 1v1 loss. Really? I did not know that. I didn't watch Rocket League until this game had already happened. I don't think I even played Rocket League until after this game. Had already happened. I wasn't playing it.
Buffoon.
Huge volley by Kronovi. Does get the boost steal though, so that's pretty good. The stuff that used to impress me, like back in this. Right, I'm sorry, C Savage. I just can't. This is just too much. This is just too much. I can't listen to this nonsense. Why do you have to put full stops in it? I was gonna say the stuff that really made me so impressed was like Kronovi's aerial ability, but this goalkeeping sequence by Gambit was something that I couldn't understand as well. It was just like flying save, top corner, and then he does it again, like flying save. And to me, that was like, although it bounced before the line, and it's actually a horrendous save. Like, look at this. He could have caught this ball, but he's passed it straight to Kronovi, who misses. And then Gambit comes flying across and saves it again. I was like, oh, the triple save. Are you kidding me? I couldn't believe it. When really it's terrible. The first save was pretty good, though. It was pretty decent. Does my vocal audio still pop? Not usually. I'll catch up on all the subs and alerts at the end of this match, by the way. Don't want to get too distracted. C Savage has already completely ruined me with that. This full stop spam just does it. Man, this whole segment of play is just something to behold. Just observe. And don't get me wrong, I'm not making this video to make fun of these guys. It is just like more to show how good players are today. That's the reason main reason I want to do this, is to amplify just how good we understand players are today by looking at how much these players have improved. And it is pretty funny to like look at ridiculous stuff like this, where it's like backflip, 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 and now Gambit somehow gets out. We got him with the triple backflip challenge. I don't think I had, well, obviously, since this is one of the like first ever matches I ever watched, I had never seen a triple backflip challenge before, and I don't think I've ever seen one again to this day. This is the only time that this has ever happened in Rocket League, full stop. And it won't work, mind you. And then the power slide, no half flip. This is pre-half flip days. No half flip, just the power slide turn.
Chat. I finally
which
broke
back
the
then
man.
was
R.I.P.
pretty
Johnny
high level.
boy, I am just trying to get my 10k badge Bible thump. Please be understanding. You buffoon, Buffon, Buffon, 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 buffoon, buffo.
Buffo. But now, pay attention, guys, to the score. Gambit's shots continue to be so good for their time, by the way. This is... And they're skipping every replay. It's really annoying. I wouldn't have skipped this. This is like an absolute boomer by Gambit. Kronovi still beamed it a little bit. What the? Was that? Sorry, that wasn't me. Let's see if that works this time. For goodness sake, Kronovi's video is so bad quality that it's still playing, but nothing is showing. All right, kickoff happened. No big deal. 4-6, and you know Kronovi's got to be feeling pretty nervous. This is in front of a huge viewership, and that's actually a good finish. That's actually a pretty good finish. Not gonna lie. Pretty good finish. Want to see this one more time. So Kronovi, look what he does here, and I know this is very easy to gloss over, but this is a SARP thing. Oh my goodness, it's done the glitch again. Hold on. This is a SARP thing. Observe the boost amounts. Oh well, actually, yeah, Gambit did take that boost. The fact that his gold rush was still there kind of made it look like it was still there as well. But Kronovi's got 34 boosts, but he doesn't back off, and I don't know if that's just because he is losing or because this is his strategy here. But that now, to this day, is the play in that position. So they're already way ahead of their time. After, you know, a couple of run-throughs of the seasons, players were going back to the get boost a lot at like lower level. But SARP players, they're really good at knowing that you got to keep pressuring here. He never let Gambit turn around, and it's actually very impressive to look back at this video and see that he doesn't misplay this situation. Even though, to this day, so many people will misplay that situation, run around getting boosts and not pressure their opponent when he's trying to control the ball and turn at the same time. So that's really high level by Kro. No half flip again. Half flipping doesn't exist back here. Although it was Kronovi's teammate Sad Jr. who invented it, so it can't be too far away in the timeline.
What am I doing?
And then the panic comes in from Kronovi. We have to see this again. So he's got the boost, and he's like, this is my moment, this is my montage. Never mind. That's what it looks like when I go for an aerial. But yeah, he's just panicking because it's pretty scary to be losing at this point. I was amazed when he was able to make this comeback. Are you serious? Windows feature update, go away. No, I nearly clicked restart now. That would have been embarrassing. That would have been embarrassing. And then Gambit beans it with a huge misplay on the wall. This is something that really evolved in Rocket League very quickly. Like, look at what Gambit's trying to do here. He's trying to like front flip into the ball. I'm pretty sure he just actually he might backflip there. I don't know what he was doing. Looks like he might have been trying to get around it and keep the ball in his corner, but of course these days everybody in this position would just push it across the goal. They would just get off the wall, front flip it straight sideways. Or alternatively get beside it and boom it straight across the halfway line with a half volley. Or a side flip rather. Updates. The freaking Windows updates just made me look like an idiot. But that comeback was pretty legit. Kronovi did not lack the confidence, that's for sure. This has got to be scary though.
You just got to keep it down. That's all we have to do.
A save. Like, when Gambit is dribbling at you in the beta like this, and somehow you've ended up backwards. I don't know how Kronovi ends up backwards here. Like, usually in modern day Rocket League, if you're Gambit here and you see your opponent like this, you would just flick it into the goal. But of course, shadowing hadn't really become a thing yet. Like facing away from the defender and shadowing his movements wasn't really a thing back then. So this to Kronovi, I guess, is a pretty valid strategy. It isn't.
Just gotta keep it down.
I love it though. He makes it work. Actually gets the pre-jump save somehow.
Oh, I couldn't keep
Which
it
is,
up.
you know, back then I was like, whoa. He's like saving this backwards. He's nuts. Yeah, he deliberately assumed that position. Then Gambit does a fake kickoff and it doesn't work. And Kronovi gets absolutely hype, like he's just won the lottery on Christmas Day.
In my life.
It's got to be a pretty good feeling though. He just beat like his long-time rival, not just from Rocket League but from SARP as well, in front of 6,000. It said 6,100 viewers this entire time, by the way. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's what it said. Literally stealing content. I'm a reaction streamer now. That's what it is. I'm gonna get sued by the Fine Bros. That's the next step in my career. But I do want to like say one more time, I did not. This may have come across as to some of you who are thin-skinned and no, I'm not gonna say anything else in case I offend. That I'm just making this video to make fun of Kronovi and Gambit. So as a sort of conclusion here, I want to say that when I saw this video, it's very much part of what inspired me to make the content that I do on this channel. And it's what inspired me to like play Rocket League and just, you know, find out about these players, find out about the Rocket League pro scene and trying to learn about the game. Because some of the things that were happening in this game, like ball carrying and like low aerials, I had never seen that before. In my games I was playing at the time, everybody drove on the ground. We didn't drive on the wall, we drove on the ground. And I'm sure you guys can all relate. And seeing things like, Gambit's crazy ball carrying, I think, is this it here? Like, this was just...
Ooh, barely got it on me.
Completely... I couldn't even understand, like, what steps I would have to go through to get there, to that point. And then actually seeing Kronovi be, like, this far down and make a comeback, I was like, that's pretty impressive. This guy is definitely legit. Like, if he can make that comeback against someone who's clearly better than you in several aspects of the game. Like, Gambit's shots, by the way. That's one thing that I can say I was impressed back then, and I'm still impressed to this day by some of Gambit's shooting.
Yeah, that was
like, this goal is legit, by the way. That's like nearly a halfway line top corner. And I don't know if we get to see the speed, but I'm trying to... It's such bad quality that... Yeah, they skipped it before you can see the speed, unfortunately, on the shot. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, see, the speed hasn't loaded. There's the time loading, and then they skip it. So annoying. But that shot was, to this day, like, certainly up there. And then the goalkeeping as well blew my mind. But, I mean, now we look back at it, we're like, those are terrible saves. Those are really bad. It's something that really annoys me when casters call something a good save when it isn't. But yeah, that was Kronovi. This is Kronovi versus Gambit Insane 1v1.
Two roads diverged in a
Amazing
yellow
video.
wood, and sorry I could not travel both and be one traveller. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the kit and then took the other.